So my first thing that I want to say is that if you decide to have this done, oh my gosh, take before pictures. Take the most embarrassing possible before pictures. That's a tip from my sister Wendy. She was like, take them in your underwear, take them in a swimsuit, take them in a bikini, because later on you're going to want to do a side by side pic. And neither of us were okay with taking a picture in our swimsuit at the time, and I regret it. She regrets it. So don't make our mistake. Definitely get that, take the most embarrassing possible pictures you can, because you're going to want to see that transformation as clearly as possible. I'm Melissa Forward. Welcome to Damsel of Success, where we talk about all things money. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every single Wednesday. So the big news here is how it went. Was it successful? Well, I think so. I lost around 95 pounds. I went from a size 22 to a size 8'10", and I am super happy with where my body landed. I'm psyched about it. I love it. My sister did even better. She lost around 100 pounds, and she went. She was a little bit smaller than I was when she started. So, and then she lost even more than I did, and she's taller than me. So whatever. She did a little bit better, but not a competition. I'm happy with where I landed, and she's happy where she landed. She, like I said, she lost around 100 pounds. Her goal was to hit 150 as her final number, and she's actually at 135 right now, which puts her in a size 2. And I swear to you, her biggest problem right now when clothes shopping is finding clothes that are small enough to fit her. That's a real thing. That happened. Like, it's amazing. Like, I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of us both because, like I said before, this was not an easy process. If you've done any research into bariatric surgery, you might be familiar with the way that the diet works after you're done. It is intense. It's a challenge to get in enough calories in your day. And even when you're getting in enough calories, you're still coming in around 600 to 750 calories a day for about 6 months. So like I said, anybody who says that weight loss surgery is the easy way out, by all means, try to live on 600 to 750 calories a day, meeting minimum macro requirements for 6 months, and tell me how easy that is for you, because it's not. It is not easy. And all those food thoughts, like all the things that you're struggling with mentally, you still struggle with. Like, it's not easy to go from eating large meals to eating, teeny tiny little portions mentally. You might physically feel like you're full, but you still have mental urges to eat, not only things that you shouldn't be eating, but an amount of food that is uncomfortable to eat, that you can't physically eat. And so there's the first month is tough. The first month is tough. It gets easier. Every single day that you are post-surgery is a little bit easier than the day before. But it's a journey. It's not easy. It's extremely, extremely challenging because you're not only confronting like the physical requirements and the eating requirements, but you're tackling the mental aspect of it as well. And both of those things are tough. They're not easy. I think probably what you want to know about this is if it was worth it. And all I can say is hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes, it's worth it. It is so worth it. I would recommend this to literally anyone who's had a similar struggle as what I've had. And I certainly hope that you don't take 20 years to get to a point where you're okay with it. But even if you do, it's not too late. Like a lot of people have this even later in life than I did. The sooner the better. The more time that you can give yourself to live without this burden of, being overweight, the better. If it's a burden to you, and like I said, I certainly don't think it should be. If you feel good about yourself and your body is bigger than what society says it should be, screw society. Like, you are gorgeous and you are beautiful, and by all means, please have pride in your body no matter what size you are. But if it's a goal of yours to lose weight and you're struggling, hands down, do it. Just do it. So another, we've talked a lot about the cost of weight loss surgery, and I want to put in a couple more factors. So we talked about that, over $20,000 that I had spent over time to try and lose weight, compared with the, almost $10,000 that I spent on weight loss surgery. The weight loss surgery ends up being cheaper at the end of the day. But another couple of considerations that you should make are, your future after. So there are the intangibles, like feeling better, feeling stronger, feeling more capable. All of those things are amazing. I definitely felt a spike in confidence, and I know that there's a major caveat to this, because you shouldn't expect all of your insecurities to just disappear and life to be perfect and full of rainbows and butterflies. That's not going to happen. That should not be your expectation going into this, because if you have insecurities, they'll just become new insecurities. That's something that you have to deal with separately. I talked about earlier that part of why I did this was that I needed to know what my life would look like without this weight issue just hanging over my head. And now I do know what that's like. And personally, it made me feel so much more confident and more able to advocate for myself. I have more energy to do my work on a daily basis. And I will tell you that in the last 2 years, that has translated into a huge increase in my salary. I have increased my salary by 46% since having weight loss surgery. And I attribute that, I will say that we can't completely take out the factor of society's judgments about what the value of a person is who is overweight. So I'm sure that played some part, although I feel like the people that I work with in my job, that they're very accepting of all people. So that bump in my confidence led me to speak up more in meetings and to volunteer for things that would give me more attention and show how I could offer more value in my job. Really, within, a short amount of time, I got a recognition of what I had offered in my job through a pay bump. And also the skills that I developed over the next year of putting myself out there more allowed me to get a promotion. And that's, where the biggest raise in my salary came from. But all up, I don't think I would have had that same confidence to put myself out there if I had not had this surgery. So it absolutely ended up paying for itself just in that area alone. Another factor to consider is the health costs that you are avoiding. And what I was avoiding specifically was 2 major health issues. Number 1 was high blood pressure, which is not an issue for me anymore. And the other was being pre-diabetic. No longer pre-diabetic, no longer in danger of getting type 2 diabetes, which is very common in my family. I just looked up the statistics about the average costs for someone who has those 2 conditions, and I will tell you what I found out. I found out that for high blood pressure, having high blood pressure typically raises your costs, your healthcare costs, by $2,000 every year, and having diabetes typically raises your healthcare costs by $9,600 every year. I am essentially avoiding $11,000 a year, and that's with caveats, because that's most likely those statistics are based on what your insurance company pays in total, not what your copay is. But it's still something that affects our total costs of healthcare in the long run, when a lot of people are taxing the healthcare system and the insurance system with those high level of costs. Then your insurance rates are going to go up. So I know that I'm saving money over time, just based on healthcare needs alone. And I think that's something that you have to kind of consider for yourself too. What runs in your family? Is it heart disease? Is it high blood pressure and diabetes like me? A lot of different health ramifications of being overweight. You got to kind of factor that into your cost of making this decision over time, because you can't put a cost on the intangibles. But if you want to, really base it out of logic and not on, the increased energy and the living longer, most likely, that you'll likely experience, then, it makes sense. It makes sense financially as well. So while I'm talking here about our results, I'm gonna put in some before and after pictures that my sister has shared with me and that are my own pictures, and I hope it gives you a good idea of a result that you could potentially expect from having this surgery. I know one thing that's super common, and I'm kind of laughing inside right now because I had this thought, my sister had this thought, my mother had this thought, and I see it on the forums. I'm on a Facebook channel that is about weight loss surgery, and it's such a common thought is that you're going to be the one person that this doesn't work for, and you're not. I mean, like, maybe it's possible, but you're not. You're not going to be the one person that it doesn't work for. It works. It's a very, very effective surgery. And in terms of like long-term results, it has quite a bit of staying power in terms of being a permanent change. And just as a caveat to that too, my sister recently, she was asked to speak at that class that she originally attended by her surgeon. Her surgeon wanted her to share her results and her story with the people who were considering or going through the process of getting weight loss surgery themselves. And one of the things that the surgeon said during that class that she spoke in was that in terms of like gaining weight in the future, that he would not like blink an eye at doing a revision surgery in the future if it was needed, because it's a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong struggle, and we can do our best and we can work really hard at this. And, God knows none of us want to have a revision surgery if it should, if it should come to that. But the surgeon's attitude was that sometimes, this is a tool, and sometimes you need your tools to get a tune-up. And that's the way he looked at it. So I just want to put that in there. If you're like, oh my God, but like, what if it doesn't work for me, A, and what if I, fail afterwards, B, that this continues to be an option. So I want to put that in your mind. It's you're not going to be the one person that it doesn't work for sure. So please enjoy these pictures, and share some with me too. If you have before and after pictures, if you've been through this, man, I want to see them. I love these pictures so much. So send them my way. You can find me on all the socials at Damsel of Success, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest under that handle. So feel free to reach out there or post in the comments below. So I'm really hoping that this story has helped you in your decision to either have weight loss surgery or not have weight loss surgery, whatever ends up being right for you. I hope that, my story helps you make the decision about it one way or another. If you are in a position where, your insurance doesn't cover it and you're looking for ways to save money, that's what I do. That's what most of my videos are about on this channel. And I'm going to link in the description below one that I think would be really good, and maybe I'll put it up here too. It's about being better with your money, making better money decisions. So I'll put that in the description below. And then also I have a tool that you can use that I recommend to everybody, which is to create a money mission statement, which really helps you kind of refine your goals and your values around money. And just doing that one thing really helps you to clarify how you can make changes and align your finances with your beliefs and your goals, so that you can, if one of your goals is to save money for weight loss surgery, that's absolutely something I want to help you figure out how to do. And it's completely free. You don't have to pay for it or anything like that. You can just download it off of my website. Check out those links in the description to the video and to the worksheet to help you create a money mission statement. Maybe this ends up being a catalyst for your financial journey as well as it was for me. I hope that's the case. If you're in a place where you want your finances to be better, I'd love to be around to help. So if you want more content from me, if you want to help support me in making this kind of content, please hit the like button to help me share this content with other people. And if you loved this video and you're interested in personal finance, please hit subscribe. I share personal finance videos every Wednesday. So hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video, so you're always in the loop. I love talking personal finance. I'm a total personal finance geek now, and I'd love to help you on your financial journey. If you've got goals that you want to meet, I'm here for you. So that's all for now. I will see you next week with a brand new video, and have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.